Hi everyone, we're going to go over our pattern pieces first. We have our front bodice and our back bodice. We have our neck band and then our two armbands. Okay, we're going to start off with our two bodice pieces, our front and our back, and we're going to place them right sides together. I'm going to just make sure that my shoulders line up. And I'm going to clip my shoulders. And I'm going to sew my shoulder seams. Okay, so now that we have our two shoulder seams done, we're going to line up our side seams and we're going to clip those. And I'm just going to make sure that everything's lining up. I'm going to do the same to this side. Make sure everything lines up. And then I'm going to sew down my side seams. Okay, so now that we have our side seams done, we're going to take this away and we're going to grab our two armbands. And then we're going to fold them right sides together long ways. And clip. Do the same thing with the second one. And clip. And we're going to sew down these edges. Okay, so now we have our two armbands sewn. We're going to take those away. And we're going to get our mock neck band. And we're going to fold it right sides together long ways again. And we're going to clip. And clip, making sure everything lines up perfectly, and then we're going to sew down this edge. Okay, so now we have our mock neck band sewn on our side seam. We're going to take that and we're going to fold it wrong sides together in half. Just like this. So our wrong sides are touching, okay? Just like that. And then we're going to take our bodice piece and I'm going to line this back seam up with the middle of my back bodice on the neck. If you do tags, this is also where I add my tag. So I'm going to add my tag. Then I'm going to clip. And then I'm going to find the center of the other side. I'm going to put this on the inside and clip it in the middle of the front bodice. And then I find the quarter and I pin it at the quarter. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. I'm going to pin it at the corner. And then I'm going to sew around this circle to create my neck band. Okay, so now that I have my neck sewn on, I'm going to just move this to the side. And I'm going to take both my armbands and do the same thing that I did with the neck band. And I'm going to fold them wrong sides together. just like this. I'm gonna do it to both of them. Now I'm gonna take one, and I might line up my side seam of my band with the side seam of my shirt or my bodice, and I clip it there. And then making sure that it's right sides together, I'm gonna find the half mark, and I'm gonna pin it to my shoulder seam. And then I'm gonna find my quarter marks and pin. Do the same thing for this side. And pin. And then I'm gonna do this arm too. So I'm gonna find my side seam of my band, and I'm gonna line it up with my side seam of my shirt. And I'm gonna clip it or pin it, whatever you prefer. And I'm gonna find the center or my half, and I'm gonna line it up with my shoulder seam again. Okay. And do the same thing. I'm gonna quarter, line up on the quarter and pin. And I'm gonna do the same thing, just making sure everything's lining up perfectly. I'm gonna pin. So now that I got my armbands pinned, I'm gonna sew along the circles of my armbands on both sides. Okay, so now that we have all of our pieces assembled together, we're gonna move on to our last step, which is our bottom. I am going to hem mine with my cover stitch, or you can top stitch it. You can also lettuce hem it or rolled hem it if you would prefer. I just tend to use my cover stitch, so I will do a top stitch on top. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to fold my bottom up, wrong sides together, 1/2 inch. And I'm just gonna pin all the way around, doing 1/2 inch up. And then I'm going to top stitch around this side of it, making sure that I hem it and that we get this folded edge in there. I'm going to use my cover stitch. Like I said, you can use a sewing machine to top stitch, or if you would prefer to lettuce hem or rolled hem, you wouldn't do any of the folding. And there you have it, our beautiful mock neck tank.